Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode. So we're going to continue the shower. Let me show you what I have gotten done. So I have the grout all in the shower and on the tiles. It's looking really good. And this is what she's looking like. So I grouted it and got the tiles all cleaned off. Now the next thing that I got to do is I got to run a bead of silicone up in the corners. They are grouted, however, just for some protection, I'm just going to run a bead of silicone up in there a little bit. And then I got to run some silicone like behind here and then a little bit behind this trim as well. So let me get to doing that. The next thing that I'm going to do here is I'm going to take this handle and get this installed here. Next, I'm going to install this spout coming out here. I have to actually put some thread tape on this piece here. So you'll just take thread tape, put it on the end, and wrap it like the direction like you're tightening. Okay, and there we go. We have those on. Looking pretty sharp. Loving the way this looks. This is actually sticking out a little bit further than I would like. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to probably end up shimming this back in just so it's not sticking out so far. I mean, it doesn't look horrible, but it doesn't look that great either. So then I got to figure out, I probably did something wrong, but I got to figure out why this is so loose as well. So, yep, my seam in here for the caulk turned out great, turned out wonderful. So what I did is I put a thin, very, very thin bead on. And then what I do is I take this, give me a sec here. I take this tool, where I go right here, and I use this in the corner, and it makes it perfectly smooth. Those things are awesome. So if you don't have one, you're doing some siliconing, those are a great tool to have. Alrighty, so I got a quick update here. I got the upper trim on. I have 99.9% of the lower trim on. This piece is not tight because I need my wife to check this out to see what she thinks and if she likes this coming up here up against the tile there. I think it looks pretty good. Once it's nailed in, it'll still a little bit more flush, and then I can just silicone it a little bit right there. But this is what it's looking like. I got all the corners done. Everything's done and looking pretty good. So I will have to paint this, and I'm going to put a bead of silicone around the top of the trim going all the way around, just so we don't have that ugly gap in there. And then if we look up here as well, there's gaps, but you can use wood filler up in those gaps to get those, to make them look better. And then I'll just run a bead of silicone all the way around in here as well. So sorry I didn't record that. I tell you, I was running in and out of my garage like a million times cutting, because this is 5 1/4 inch and my chop saw doesn't go straight down on it. So I had to lay it down, and I got to figure out the corners and use the 45-degree cut, but I got it in. It doesn't look horrible. Actually, it looks really good. So, but this is kind of what we're looking at right now, and this is what it's looking like. So the next thing I got to do here is, this outlet is just a standard outlet. I do have GFCI outlets I got to get. Actually, I have them. I just got to put one in here and then put one in here as well, just because I want, a GFCI in there. And then I'm going to change out this switch. It does work, although it's not white, and we want white in here. So I'll show you how I wire those up. So give me just a second and we'll get started on that. Well, I thought I was recording me putting this in. Sorry, my camera's a little crooked here. just the angle that I have it at. What I did is I took this outlet off. There was 2 blacks running to one side and 2 whites running to another, and then the ground running to the green screw here. So on these ground fault circuit interrupter outlets here, the way that they work is you have a line side and a load side, and you got to put the line side into the line, and the line would be where the power is coming from, and then the load side is where it's going to go to. You're going to notice that 2 screws are going to be like a gold or copper color. Those are your black wires. The 2 silver screws, those are going to be your white wires. And then the green screw, that is going to be your, the green screw will be your ground or your bare copper wire. So I got that all plugged in and ready to go. First I shut off the power, did all that, and then this is where we're at here. So then is what you can do is you can test it by hitting this test button, which it's going to trip the power all over, and then you can hit the reset, and then it resets the power. So that's kind of how they work. But sorry, I didn't get the footage of me taking it out. I thought I was recording, but I wasn't recording, so that's where I'm at. Okay, so now that I got everything good, I'm just going to push this back in, and then I'm going to put these screws in that hold this on, like this. And then I'll take the wall plate here, put this on. Whoops, my tripod is kind of wobbly. I have it set in my sink here, so it's not like, it's curved, so it's gonna fall over easily. There we go. And the outlet is installed, and we are good to go. Okay, so I'm actually going to turn you over to here, which is the switch for the lights. Let me say, don't be like me. Turn the power off when you do this so you don't get shocked. The only reason I'm not turning it off is because I need the light in here. Oh, actually, hold on. You know, I'm going to turn off the power. I'll be right back. Alrighty. So I take back what I said. I turned off the power just because I didn't realize, well, I forgot that when you turn off when I disconnect this, it's going to turn off lights anyway, so you wouldn't be able to see. But anyway, these are good because these are the connectors that were on the GFCI switch there. These are the push to connect. So what I do is I take a really small flathead screwdriver like this one, and it says press to release, so you just push it in the hole, and then you can pull out the wire. And then you'll do the same thing with the bottom one, and it comes out. And then on the top here, you're going to see this green screw. It's going to the bare copper wire. This is the ground. So we're just going to unscrew that and pull this off like that. So there we go. Then is what you're going to do. You'll take your new switch, which is this one. Oops, sorry, I keep knocking you guys down here. Okay, so you're going to take your new switch here. What I do is I turn these ones in so they're not sticking out. You don't have to go tight, you just screw them in like that. And then on the back of these, I'm not sure if it's going to pick it up or if it's too dark, there's a gauge on here so you know how long to cut your wires. I'm going to take that gauge and I'm going to hold it up to the wire, or the wire up to it, and then I'm just going to kind of mark, and then I got to cut this down. So I'll take my cutters and I'll cut this down to the correct size. Then you can just hold the other one up next to it and do the same thing. go. So now you have two options. You can either bend the wires around and then go around the lugs themselves, or you could just use the push to fit, or push to, yeah, the push lock one. I'm just gonna use the push one, like that. And then with these black ones, it doesn't matter because it's a switch. It's just the black wire that you're hooking up. So one in the top, one at the bottom. Then you're gonna take this ground wire here, and it's gonna go around this green screw. You're gonna do it in a clockwise position, so when you tighten it, it closes around the, it'll close around this ground screw. So there we go. And then you tighten that up. And it's pretty simple. Just take this, push the wires back in, line these screws up with the holes, and tighten them down. There we go. Okay, and there we go. Okay, so I got my power turned back on, and we're just gonna test this. There we go, it works. And then is what you do is you just get your wall plate. I buy these on Amazon because they're super cheap on Amazon. Then you just put your wall plate in, take your screwdriver, and screw it down. There. And then there we go. We are all done. Alrighty, so I'm gonna do I'm actually gonna wrap this video up here. I am done in here for now. Stuff I gotta do is I gotta like do some siliconing and some patching and then painting. I'm not gonna record that. My wife is actually gonna paint, so she's gonna take over on that. So that's it for the bathroom. I will check back in because we're gonna be jumping on the next project for the house, but I just kind of want to show you guys what this is looking like right now. I'll put a picture of the before, and then here's a picture of the after. So here we go. I'll try to get the same angles here. So I was like this, and then that was my previous view. This is what it's looking like now, and then this is what it is now. So let me go ahead and wrap this up here. Everybody, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. It is so rewarding when you work on your own projects. It takes a lot of time and it's a lot of energy and effort, but the end results are amazing. If you just take your time, do research, and go slow, that's what is, everything is just looking really good. So I really appreciate everybody who's watching these. I, really like the thumbs up and the comments that I get. Really appreciate it. If you guys have any questions or comments or concerns, drop them down below. If you guys want to see updates on the bathroom, just drop it in my upcoming videos, or just let me know and I could come in here quick and show you what it's looking like after it's all done. But anyway, we'll see y'all next time. Thanks for watching again. Peace.